Hey friends, in this video we're going to walk through some of the most popular UX principles to use when designing. We're also going to look at how they've been used in the most popular apps and websites. If you're new here, my name's Occam, a product designer working in London. Be sure to subscribe for future design related videos, and let's get started. The first principle we're going to look at is Jacob's Law. Jacob's Law simply states that most people spend time on other websites and they expect your website to simply function in the same way or a similar way. So let's dive deeper into this. So looking at Jacob's Law in more detail, so users will expect your website to follow similar principles and work in the same way as other websites that they've been using. So for example, a user is expected to log into Reddit here, they're looking to go to the top right here. The same in YouTube, they put their sign in on the top right. Amazon Prime, you can manage your account on the nav bar at the top right here. Spotify, again, sign up and log in the top right. And Unsplash. It means that users will probably be expecting, if they wanted to sign in or manage their account, they'll be looking to go to the top of the web page and looking where can they manage their account a lot of the times. Furthermore, if they were looking to search or explore on your website, if your website has a search feature, we can see the search bar here on Reddit's at the top. YouTube do something similar here as well. Amazon Prime, you can search right at the top. Similar to Spotify, if I want to search for a song, I go to the top, and the same with Unsplash. So hopefully Jacob's Law really just showcases this principle of users will expect your website to work a similar way to websites they've been using day to day. And there's thousands of websites that have been following these principles, so when they come to your website they'll be expecting very similar behaviors. So reinventing the wheel here might not be the right thing to do, because you probably will throw users off if they're looking to sign into your web page and then they find out the sign-in pages at the bottom of a login and sign-ups at the bottom of the search bars located nowhere near the top. So this is Jacob's Law. The next principle we're going to look at is Hick's Law. Hick's Law simply states the amount of time it takes to make a decision increases as the amount of available options increase. Let's look at Uber Eats for an example here. So diving straight into Uber Eats for an example of when it comes to Hick's Law, the more options available, the longer it's going to take you to make a decision. So for example, a person like me, I'm terrible when it comes to making decisions when it comes to what I want to eat today. So the more options Uber are going to give me, the longer it's going to take me to make a decision about what I want to eat. So how do Uber Eats go about solving this problem as well? Because they're conscious that they want to add more food options to the platform. They want to add as many businesses as they can, but they still want to allow their users to make that decision about what they want to eat. So we can, as soon as you go into Uber, you can see the filter options straight away. There's promotions at the top. You can see, oh, they want people thinking, do you want to eat Korean food today, fast food, Indian food? Do you want some halal options, some vegan food? So this is already helping people make that decision on what type of food they want to eat. Next up, you can see if you're into healthy eating, we've got options here. We've even got the little star ratings. All of these little cues add up to helping you make a faster decision. You've got the delivery fees, the delivery times. There's a lot of personalization as well. Like here's some free deliveries, here's some personalized recommendations around you. People around you are eating these options, why don't you try them as well? For example, KFC, there's some Sainsbury's, Oceano restaurants around you, why don't you try those as well? And then we've got the offers and promotions. So there's so many options on Uber Eats, but they're filtering all of these out and they've got a lot of subtle cues to help you make this decision. And we can see here, buy one, get one free offers, treat yourself. But then when you do scroll down, you get all of these options here. And they do use the ratings we mentioned, the delivery time, the delivery fees. They use images, so images you read a lot faster than text. And all of these will help you make a decision about what you want to eat. So this is how Uber Eats are using Hick's Law and how they're adding more food options onto the platform, but still helping you make that decision about what you want to eat today. The next principle we're going to look at is the aesthetic usability effect. This law simply states that users perceive designs that look more aesthetically pleasing as more usable. For example, if you're using like an internal business tool in, stereotypically maybe like a HR tool, they don't look that great or that well designed. Instantly, before you even used the app, you're probably going to be put off and thinking that it's not going to work that well. Conversely, if you look at a really well designed app, for example like Spotify, you're probably going to think that this is going to be really good and it's going to work really well before you've even pressed play. The next principle we're going to look at is Occam's razor. Occam's razor simply states the design that should be chosen should be the one with the fewest available assumptions. Let's dive deeper into this. So a key part of Occam's razor is when making design rationale and decisions is to understand that you need a certain element on your screen, otherwise this is adding extra complexity to your design. Extra complexity can cause further problems and it can lead to bad results. So Occam's razor really is just trying to push for designs that are cleaner, purer as a result, and removing anything that is unnecessary, anything that could potentially lead to failure or create problems in your design. So you want to question every single function on your design. Why is it there? Is it going to add any unnecessary problems to my design? Do I really need this to be here? So Occam's razor can be great when it comes to making design rationale and decisions. The next principle we're going to look at is progressive disclosure. Progressive disclosure simply states only the necessary or requested information should be displayed at a given time. Let's dive deeper into this. So looking at progressive disclosure in more detail is primarily used to prevent information overload, and this is really common in mobile interfaces where the screen real estate is really small, so you're limited of what you can display at a given time. Looking at Apple Music here, they're displaying only the key information you need to play the music, to go to the next track, to go back to the track. Progressive disclosure involves separating information into multiple layers so that only the key information to get the screen function is displayed. More advanced features, for example, like I want to share this, I want to copy this track, are hidden underneath different layers here. So I've pressed this more button here and I've got way more features popping up. So it's key that Apple don't want to display all of these information initially, because the initial user, a less advanced user, will probably not want to create stations. They might not want to add things to playlists straight away. They might not want to share songs. They just want to play their music. So getting the screen to look really clean and really simple, and to prevent information overload, progressive disclosure teaches us to put things under different layers and only display the key things to get the screen working at a given time. So this is how Apple Music are using progressive disclosure. The final principle we're going to look at is Miller's Law. Miller's Law simply states that the average person can hold around 6 to 7 items in their working memory. So how is this practically used when designing? So looking at Miller's Law in more detail, so it simply states that a user can hold around 6 to 7 items in their working memory. And a common thing that a lot of apps do when they ask you to log in is to enter verification codes, and these digits are usually 6 to 7 digits. The reason being, if they ask you to enter anything longer, it will be really hard for you to remember. Luckily in iOS, they automatically copy and paste this in for you. However, this might not always work all the time. So we'll just quickly enter that OTP code, and you can see it's around 6 to 7 digits. And we're signed in straight away into Twitch. So that's an example of how using Miller's Law is being used in the Twitch app. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to comment down below your favorite UX principles you use when designing. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for future design related videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.